Hey friends, welcome back to the Gentleman's Journey. Guys, in this one we're talking about my new belts. Now friends, I finally went over to Hank's Belts and got me a couple belts. So what I ended up getting is the Premier and the Deputy. So friends, I wanted to get a broad picture of what this company is all about. And as I tell you guys often, to have a backup of stuff, I really need a backup. So over here I have my Tecova belt. Now this came when I got a set of boots. And I don't know if they specialize in belts or whatever, but it's a pretty thin 2-layer belt sewn together, if you will, stitched together. And it's probably lasted a couple of years of everyday use. So I can't kick it because I ended up getting it for free with some little, I don't know if it was Christmas or when I bought those boots, but they gave you a free belt. Now, Hank's is going to go into how this bows and whatnot. That's pretty natural, but I'm excited to see how my Hank's belts do. This is cracking really bad along the back. And then of course right here where I buckle it, man, it's taking it really hard. So I'm a big guy and this belt has had its work cut out for it. But we're not here to talk about Tecovas. I just wanted to let you guys know kind of why I needed a new belt. So friends, the belt that I was really going after was the Premier. I've been doing everything kind of intense lately. If you check back the channel, you'll see boots like my Franks, boots like my Nicks. You know, these boots are just top of the line stuff. So I've been going kind of extreme with everything. I got this new knife. I want you guys to make sure and check out my knife video. This is the Cold Steel 8010, and it's a beast. I go in there and I talk about just how big of hands I have. And friends, I have not found a knife that just fits me. So this knife is super intense. And that's pretty much the direction I went with this belt. So friends, this is a double layer. This is, as far as I could tell from their website, their most expensive belt. So I went ahead and I'm doing all the hard work for you guys. I'm paying the cost, and then that way you can get to know if this is something you're interested in. Now, again, when you look at things online, it's just different in person. Also, with that roller buckle, you sound like Santa Claus coming down the way. Both of them have that, so you got the whole Santa Claus situation. But friends, this thing is just the most intense belt I've ever had. Now, real quickly about Hank's belts, they have a 100-year guarantee. And if you go on the website, they get into that, you know, what it covers and what it doesn't. But let me tell you, it's very generous, and they're very proud of their products, and they really seem to stand behind them. So of course, over here on the Gentleman's Journey, that's the kind of gear that I want to get you guys into as we talk about stewardship and stewarding the money that God gives us. We know that everything is His, but He lets us use it. We want to buy stuff that's actually going to last, so we're not running back out to Walmart next week and buying another belt. Now, I haven't looked at every single belt across the board, but I can tell you with both of these belts here, they're both veg tanned. So we've talked about different types of leather on the channel when we get into boots. You got chrome tan, you got oil tan, veg tan. There's all kinds of other leathers that we won't get into in this video. But essentially, this leather here is as natural to the process as you can get. So it has a whole bunch of steps that it goes through. But if you're working with vegetable tan leather, it's as natural and as far from chemicals as you can pretty much get. So on this belt here, guys, they're going to have black, they're going to have a cherry, they're going to have this rich oak, and then let's see, they're going to have this butter color. So you can check back the website and see all the different colors. But again, I really wanted to get the top of the line belt. If I'm going to review Hank's, let's just review them at their best. And so everything's going to come off of that. So this is the Premier. And let me talk to you about how thick this leather is real quick. So it's 18 ounces thick. And the thing about that, guys, it's 2 pieces stitched together. I would say those are probably, if you're coming to 18, it's probably 2 9-ounce sets of leather stitched together. And it's truly just thicker than I could have imagined. I mean, especially if you come back to my Tecovas belt, it would be 2 of these stitched together to make this. However, this is 2 pieces of leather stitched together. And that's just incredible. Now this guy here is still incredibly thick, And in fact, it's probably, I think it's 13, 14 ounces thick. So it seems darn near as thick as that, just in one sheer piece. So it goes back to what you want and what you need it for. I'm not convinced right out the gate that this is the belt for every guy. You know, they have the same belt put in different categories as you search online. So this belt's definitely under their carry belt if you're going to be carrying a pistol. If you're going to use it on the job site, you know, it's a little bit thicker for some of that stuff. So it might not be your everyday belt. They have belts just like this with a different name that are a little bit thinner. So you might want to scroll through the website and see what's good for you. But that's kind of why I got two. Now guys, this is 1.5 inches wide and this is 1.25 inches. So if you have any kind of belt, if you have any kind of pants that might not fit a bigger belt like that, you know, that's why they offer this. Or maybe some guys just think that's kind of intense and they don't need anything that thick. Let's see, yeah, that's about what this was. So I'm pretty much used to running 1.25 inches, but now I got 1.25 inches here and then 1.5 inches. So again, everything's just gonna be more intense on this belt. And I don't mean the whole video to be about this one. We're gonna get into the Deputy as well, but friends, this is what I came for. This is a 200 and right now it's 210. When I got it, it was like 190. I had a Christmas sale, but I'll tell you what, I bought this. You know, Hanks, they don't seem to have any kind of affiliate program that I can tell or anything like that. So just let you guys know, I bought these two belts myself because of their name. If you're like me, if your feed has anything to do with gentleman stuff, you've probably been shown an ad or two by Hanks Belts. They got a good social media team, and you know, that guarantee and that tough as nails advertisement is what I go for. So obviously we're going to be getting into this. We'll do a 1, 2, 3, whatever year review. So make sure you subscribe so you can come back and see how these belts are doing. Like I said, this guy here is about 2 years. I don't think Tecovas specializes in belts, but you know, I can't kick it too much because they're not making the claim that Hanks is over here. So again, friends, the Deputy, it's going to have that veg tan leather, 1.25 inches wide, and then it comes in this brown, and then they have a black option. Now, something I like about these particular belts, and I know they have a variety of buckles, but it has that roller buckle, and that just makes it so easy to get on and off. I'm all about ease, and just that glides through there is so beautiful. But the thing they do is they put these Chicago bolts, these Chicago rivets, if you will. It's a screw on there, so you can unscrew those two, and then you can slip on your own buckle. You got grandpa's old belt buckle that you love, or maybe you found one that you just can't live without. You can go ahead and replace that buckle, and I think that's pretty cool. Little pro tip I would do if I were you guys, get you some blue Loctite. You don't have to go with the red. When you put these back in, just throw some Loctite in there. I keep a tube of that handy, man, within arm's reach about all the time. I don't care if it's the smallest little project or you've had a doorknob that just starts wiggling loose, man. Throw some blue Loctite in there and you can't go wrong. But I do these videos and I try to cover a lot, but I want to open it up to you guys. If you're seeing these belts here and you have any questions about the construction or anything like that, make sure and drop a comment. I get to each and every one of those. I want to get into sizing a bit. Now, I've had a tough go with some boots lately where I just have not been able to get the right size on some boots. And you guys struggle with that too, and that's a frustrating thing. I remember responding just the other day to a guy who said, for all the money we spent, why can't these boot companies just make a 12 Brannock a 12? And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. I'm going to start asking some more of these guys when I tour factories and stuff. Why can't you just get on with that? But I want to talk to you about sizing. So on the website here, they talk about ordering an extra size up for casual wear or 2 sizes up if you're going to be using it like a duty belt, putting your pistol on there, putting some tools and stuff. But what they say online is to take an old belt and to start with your tape right here at where the buckle pivots. So start there and measure down to the most used hole. So that's what I did, and I'm so happy that it worked out great. So from there, for me, over to the most used hole was 40 inches. And I came out, friends, with a 40-inch belt, and it fits great. Again, like I said, I'm a husky fella, so I put these belts to work, man, and I'll tell you what, I really put them to work. But over here, I'll kind of show you side to side. So you start here, and you come down, and that's what it ended up being for me. And I'm telling you, I use this guy here, and so I got a couple to go that way and a couple to go that way. I think I pivot between these two, depending on what time of day and what time I had lunch. Sometimes when I'm driving in the car, even with this belt, if it's a long drive, man, I take that sucker off and just give a little bit of breathing room. So I can only imagine with this thicker belt here, I'm going to be doing that. But again, I have this belt for different occasions. These are both 100-year belts, and that's what probably brings a lot of guys to the company, is that claim. And I don't think a guy needs just one belt. You know, why not have like a work belt, a dress belt? This isn't even their dressiest belt. This is still just a casual everyday belt. They have some really nice dress belts. They got different colors, so you can match it to your favorite boots, and then have another set just for work. I think maybe one, taking your wife out on the town, going to church, you know, have a nice belt. Then maybe something like this for like a work belt. As much as it's a 100-year company, it doesn't mean that you're just stuck to one. Again, we're going to get into this for a 1-year review, just like we always do. Answer any questions you guys have. Not sponsored at all by Hanks. Maybe we can do something in the future with them as I get more and more belts. But you know what, I'm just putting my foot forward, and I need a belt, and that's something you guys will see on the channel a lot, is a lot of what I get, it's kind of practical. I just figure out what I need, and then we'll bring that up. Again, with the boots, I'm starting to get a lot of boots, and maybe I don't need them all, but something like these belts, as you can tell, this is my only belt. I just got so close to losing it, and I would hate to be without a belt. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to grab a couple, and then I'm good to go. So I don't think, just like shoelaces, bootlaces, make sure and always have an extra set. You can have an extra belt, even if it's a 100-year belt, you know. We'll see how good that claim is. But I'm excited about this company. I love the colors. I love their hardware. It's an American-made company. I mean, honestly, friends, it just doesn't get a lot better. So I think that's going to do it for this video. Guys, we got a bunch coming out here in 2024. I think the channel is just growing like crazy. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, whether it's subscribing or clicking some of the links that I have from time to time on the videos. Just really loving all the support. So I appreciate the heck out of you guys. So at any rate, friends, until the next video, God bless. And hey, don't forget to give that belt some love from time to time. You can use the same conditioner as you run on a lot of your boots. Put that on the belt from time to time.